Personal journal entry. Jack Keon and his viscous submarine. Okay. Its submarine is made out of slime. Okay. Lockjaw continues to haunt the seas. I can't read. He's surrounded by all that money could buy, and yet Jack has no concept of the real world or how it operates. Sounds familiar, don't it? During his brief but promising stint as an archaeology student, he accompanied me as one of several assistants on a few of my many expeditions. Soon he became consumed with jealousy due to the recognition and respect I received. You have no business taking all the prestige and credit for yourself. These are joint discoveries, he scoffed during our many heated debates. I can confidently say that joint discoveries they most certainly were not. We parted. I continued to be an archaeologist while Jack reduced himself to being nothing more than a treasure hunter. Thinking he knew it all, he purchased expensive technological gadgets, followed worthless leads, and set out on various expeditions of his own. All conventions of proper archaeology were ignored. He kind of reminds me of that character Carrie Elways played in Twister, Jonas, and someone from Helen Hunt's group had said of him, he's got great gadgets but no instincts. That's kind of how I see Jack Keon. His expeditions turned out to be the most disastrous of failures, and he became the laughingstock of the World Archaeology Association. If only he hadn't let personal pride overwhelm his judgment. In any case, I have considered the possibilities this alien technology might have for my own work. If I were somehow able to harness it, I could journey to the ends of the earth and examine one civilization after another. Perhaps even time would be no barrier. I will seek to investigate this matter further as I continue to gather the pods. Yeah, I mean, Keon's, overflowing with ego, but, you got a little bit too, Armstrong. But, at least you're doing it for the right reasons. The Coral Sea, latitude 150 degrees east, longitude 20 degrees south. It is a series of shallow pools. Now here's the thing, they are not interconnected. The only way to get from one to the other is to jump the edge of the pool over the surface, out of the surface of the water, and then dive down into the next pool. Just basically getting over a little bit of land. There are no tunnels. You have to jump. But on the upside, there is no critical depth here at all. Oh, and look, huts. Look, no huts. I'm gonna crest the water here just for fun, and blew up the hut in the process. Oh darn! And shook up the hut. Oh, and we also have Joe there for the first time I can recall. Joe Scullion is a surfer dude, new age guru. He is piloting a vehicle called the Death Sled, which is basically one of those scuba things where you hang on to it and it propels you along. So the dude has no armor or hull to speak of, or very minimal. And basically his thing is he's looking for the ultimate trip. He wants to achieve a higher plane of being, and he believes the pods are the key to that. Because video games. There's very much in this game that follows the MST3K mantra. Just repeat to yourself, it's just a show, I should really just relax. you, Jaw. There you are. No, that's Joe. That's not Jaw, that's Joe. Yeah, the interesting thing, you know, how you've probably noticed how the subs show damage the more they get pummeled on. Joe's method of showing damage is the lower part of his left leg gets blown off. To the point where he's trailing blood in the water. Yeah, which should mean that the sharks are all the fuck over him at that point. Hi, XH. Welcome in. Oh, I think he actually gave me a boost. Thank you kindly for that. I let off the throttle there, didn't mean to. Hey, I'm glad you can join us, XH. Welcome. Pardon me for a second, I need a drink. Switch over to my peach sparkling water. I'm switching to that in order to be a substitute for soda. My doctor said I had lowered kidney function, so she wanted me to cut the soda completely. I'm going to cut it down. I'm never ever going to quit totally, but I can certainly minimize it. Personal journal entry. My geologist friends at the University of Montana have used plate tectonic computer models to show where each of the thresholds was originally placed. The positions reveal a pattern, an image similar to the threshold itself. This pattern suggests that there is possibly something significant at a location that I presume to be situated in the exact center of the original sites. What lies at the center of this great shape will undoubtedly be my key to knowledge. For the time being, I have stumbled upon yet another miraculous discovery. The last threshold transported me directly to what I believe could possibly be fragmentary ruins of the lost city of Atlantis. How magnificent this city must have been in its day. I have recorded its location in the Archimedes computer for further study, but for now I will continue to focus upon collecting the pods. Incidentally, there's another one that comes up. During some of these, they find a threshold in the Himalayan mountains. So not all of these are submerged. Mediterranean, latitude 10 degrees east, longitude 35 degrees north. So unless I'm off in my geography, would that be the Black Sea? Would I be incorrect on that? Geography is one of the many subjects I sucked in at school. I sucker fuckered. Oh, thank you for letting me know where you are, Soviets. I was just trying to find you. And that's why. Oh, jeez. Yeah, just blam right into the temple, why don't I? Okay, this is bad. I have yet to get a pod. God damn it! Fucking religious freaks. Crisis averted. That's an ominous sky, isn't it? Well said, XH. I'm not really flying, I'm more piloting. But I suck equally as much. Yeah, one of the changes on when you get to medium and above, not only does everybody get more aggressive, they also tend to pull up their defensive shields a lot more. So it's harder to hit them with things like the shakers. Oh, you don't have any anyway. Why the hell am I wasting my time with you? Those are meant to be going towards the Order and not towards the Soviets. But the Soviets got in the middle of the aim. I thought I saw something down there. And you can bust into the temples to get some power-ups. There's statues around here somewhere. I don't remember where. Other than the ones in the columns. And like a true professor of archaeology, I try to destroy every ancient site I find. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful stuff around here. This is a really nice area with really cool music. Okay. You're getting a blasting. I've had it with your shit. There, continuity. I take out my archenemy. Okay, so now, okay, the threshold's back that way where everyone else is. Wonderful. So I might as well just get rid of everybody. So the threshold down here has another complication. Namely that big bastard. Yeah, that is a gigantic electric eel. And if you try to get into the threshold without destroying it first, it will continuously zap you and prevent you from doing so. Eventually I'll find the right angle. But the stun blast actually takes out the eel very quickly. And the eel does reappear if you leave the area, I believe. Personal journal entry. The mystery of the threshold is nearly solved. I have finally obtained news from my linguist friends at the Academy. It seems that millions of years ago, an advanced alien race inhabited Earth's oceans. Yeah, it exploded into bite-sized chunks. Yeah, it was very nice of it. The last of their abandoned cities now lays secluded deep within an undersea crater. Before vanishing, they left behind calling cards, the thresholds, and their energy pods. These devices were designed to lie dormant during the eons, becoming active only briefly every few thousand years. Upon awakening, the thresholds emit the energy pods. If the pods are not retrieved within a specific amount of time, they abruptly vanish and the threshold mechanism returns to hibernation. But if all the pods at a threshold site are retrieved, the threshold device activates. I feel that the activation of all these sites creates a vast communication array that could send an alien transmission out into space. This message lets the makers of the threshold structures know that a technically advanced race with enough intelligence to find and activate their watchdog devices now occupies the oceans. I intend to make contact with these aliens and learn about their incredible technologies. It is my hope that I might be able to use it to journey through time and compile the most comprehensive and accurate history the world has ever known. Noble. Risky, but noble. Oh, I skipped ahead there, sorry. Transmitter. Latitude 15 degrees east, longitude 28 degrees north. It's in the slightly above the equator part of the Atlantic. At least that's how I'm reading it. And we are inside the transmitter, this big glass dome. Nice try, Joe. And there is a critical depth involved below here, but there are these nook tunnels, very technical looking nook tunnels. I never noticed the closed door there. That's something I never noticed. And there is health inside there. Nothing down at the bottom except beep, beep, beep. And nothing up at the top. Okay, something I never noticed before. See, this is the kind of game I love, where, you know, a decade and plus later, I can still discover new things about it. Man, the Order has just been my nemesis the last couple of rounds. Just keep grabbing stuff and disappearing on me. Oh, and it is also possible that someone might hit you enough to knock you into critical depth. And I was over a power up there. That's what that clang, clang, clang was. Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme, 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 I want. And I knock it out of the Mordred Corporation sub, and again, the Order gets it. Okay. No need to destroy everyone here. I got the pods. Let's just go on ahead in. That's the only one that's flat. Cephalopod message intercepted. Ship's computer translation attempt follows. The klaxon is sounded. Alarum, alarum. Activated. The final threshold has been. The masters contacted will be. Prior to the summoning transmission, final test of metal must now occur. Assure the primacy of the callers. Guardians and sentinels defend. Automated warriors release. The klaxon is sounded. Alarum, alarum. Destroy the invaders. And this fight is annoying in a different way, because you have 5 of these cephalopod vehicles called the Hydro Spider. They tend to do a... they're firing a variation of the Professor's weapon, actually, is pretty much what it boils down to. They also tend to stun you a lot. And these things individually cannot take a whole heap of punishment, but think of it like Piranha. You know, not very dangerous individually, but they will swarm you and just pound the shit out of you from all angles. But the good thing is they don't have much armor to speak of, so it's pretty easy to get rid of them. In fact, one is down already. Now, admittedly, this is a lot easier because I'm using 4 times damage and infinite weapons and invincibility. In terms of the bosses, I would probably put these guys, honestly, second. Because if you can keep up a reflection long enough, you can dish the damage back to them. I still say Mr. Fat is probably the worst of the bosses, because his stuff is so damaging and he is just so in your face. These guys are all over the place, but their attacks individually are not super damaging. And things get a lot easier to handle once you start whittling them down. And we got one left somewhere. Oh, he retreated into the underground. I see. I just wanted to blow up that pump. I have no idea why. I'm the last member of the DK crew. DK, Professor Armstrong. And the ending.
Summoned us from across space and time, and we have heard your call. By activating our threshold devices, you have demonstrated that you possess a reasonable degree of intelligence, and thus have proven yourselves worthy of our presence. We have perceived your intentions and desires from across the void, and we shall reward you accordingly. Prepare for our arrival. You are an archaeologist and a student of human history. We will satisfy your wildest dreams by using our technology to send you back into time, where you can experience the events of past eons personally.
Well, he wrapped that up nicely, didn't he? Well, that's where he belongs, Misfit Kitten. Yeah, special thanks, Scott Campbell. That was, he's one of the original members of Single Track that I mentioned earlier. His portrait actually appears in the original Twisted Metal as the driver of Spectre. Believe it or not, Misfit Kitten, yes. There are... Let me think here a second. There are at least 3, possibly 4, who do not get screwed over. I will not say which ones. You have some criteria you have to fulfill in order to unlock the hidden characters. One of them is unlocked after you beat the game with all the regular characters. Mr. Fat is unlocked by getting a certain amount of damage in one combo against him. One character is gotten by defeating the game on the most difficult mode, the captain mode. I don't remember about the other one, but I am just going to use Game Shark codes to unlock them. It doesn't futz up the game in any significant way. It just leaves them as the only selectable character on the select screen here. So when the time comes for that, I'm just going to put in a Game Shark code because I am nowhere near good enough to actually do that. And as far as I know, if you use the cheat codes, it disables the ability to make the accomplishment happen. Definitely thank you for your continued interest in this. I'm glad that you all are enjoying this as much as I have over the years. I truly feel that this is one of the gems of the PlayStation era that just got criminally overlooked. I'm actually reminded of a quote from Electronic Gaming Monthly. It pertained to Rogue Trip Vacation 2012, but it applies to this too. Even though it didn't have the Twisted Metal name, their quote was, "What's more important, the name or the game?" And they're totally right. This episode's cramming for the history final was made possible by Mike Panza, Rick in Baltimore, D.I.O.D., Gizmo Gremlin, Jumpy Cat, the post-production work of Matthew Carr Anderson, and all my honor-rolled lycanthro fans. Thank you very much for your continued support. Until we game again.